Pre-flight diagnostics beginning. Engines check. Weapon systems online. Shields 100%. Onboard computer operative. Diagnostics complete. Setting destination for adventure, standby. Warning, hangar bay doors opening. Everything is set. You are now clear for takeoff. Estimated arrival time, 5 minutes. And we are off. We'll make the jump once we've established connection with the rest of the fleet. Connection established. See you all at the Star Park. We've made it. Alright everyone. Let's get this party started.
Hello everybody, happy Pizza Friday Eve. That's gold. Oh my god. Nova, you need another rank up. Yes, let's go. Blue high, Wolf high, Saber high, Silver high. How are you guys doing? L hi, Egret hi. How are you guys? I know I said hi to you guys in chat earlier, but I'm still gonna say hi again. Saber, I wanted to ask. I was in the middle of typing it in chat, and then then it was like Haywire gave the little bing bong, and I was like, oh god, we're starting already. I didn't even see the time. What I don't know, what's the terminology in Dark Souls? What not class? What oh my god, my brain. The type of Dark Souls player. What are you rocking? Like what are you going for? Cause like me, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be mage. Rose. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh, hi there. Well, welcome to death. Welcome to Dark Souls. Hello everyone. My god, Primrose. Hi, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. What were you playing? VR chat. Ooh, how was VR chat? Was it VR chat through the whole evening or like through the whole stream, or was it like something you guys ended off in? Good timing. I just wrapped up. Ah, yeah, exactly. And we're just getting started here. So, for those that are new to the channel, welcome to Art and Chill, our Thursday weekly art stream. It is an opportunity for me to chill, vibe, art with you guys, and do a lot of yapping. Back in the day, back in the way long days, I actually used to do just chatting streams. Well, fast forward to today, the schedule doesn't really allow me to do a myriad of different streams anymore, so that's why we decided to combine art streams and yapping streams into one Art and Chill event every Thursday. Pretty much do exclusively VR streams now. Oh, that's awesome, Primrose. K9, hello. No, K9, you are right on time. You're like a wizard. Never early, never late. You arrive exactly when you mean to. Yeah. Rocking Melee started as a knight. Ooh, dude. Is it difficult? Like, because in Dark Souls, I always got scared to get up close and personal with enemies, and so I'm like, well, I'm a mage normally, so it's like pew 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 from magic from afar. Lightbearer, hi, how are you doing? Very cool to see you again. Oh yes, the very awesome news. I did accomplish Heliostat, and the Warlock has braved through those puzzles, earned himself Wolfsbane, let's go, Lightbearer. High five. I will probably be yapping a decent amount tonight, especially during art, talking about Destiny 2, because there was a lot of news that happened today and yesterday. And so I will probably voice my concerns and my hopes for the future of Destiny. Anybody who has known me long enough knows that I'm a pretty big fan of Destiny 2. It's one of my top five games of all time. You know what? I'm gonna put it up there of all time. Top 5 games of all time. Super Mario RPG taking slot number 1, obviously. Send lots of love, please. Oh yeah, Primrose. And anybody who's coming from Primrose's stream, if you need post-stream care, absolutely get some post-stream care. You have a wonderful night, Primrose. Thank you so much for the raid. I need to wrangle this mob in my VR. Oh no. That'd be fine to be up and close. Ooh, but yeah, I find Melee to be very easy. It's just about being patient with the bosses and enemies and learning how to shield parry and time strikes and backstabs. So Melee, are you using like fisties? Are you using like punching them, or do you have like claws? I've never actually done like any melee build in a Dark Souls game. For me, it's like if there's not magic, if I'm not doing magic, then I'm not playing it. Here's my mini streak. Oh yeah, three stream streak. Oh, let me hang on, my water is like way over here. Also, you guys, remind me if you can at the end of the stream or thereabouts. To take my medication. I'm on this new medication for my allergies, and I've been struggling to remember, big surprise, to take it at the end of the night. It has to be at the end of the night. It can't be earlier. It's supposed to be like right before bedtime, which like after art stream, it's like me, well, after stream in general, it's me raiding out and like plopping in bed, and then I'm out like a light. I usually have like a stream going in the background. I have like a TV in my room and it's facing my bed. So like how I usually wind up sleeping is like I'll sleep, I'll turn on the TV and turn on Twitch or YouTube. I've been actually going over, oh, this song! Many veterans of the Brushtail Brigade know this song very well. A lot of times when this song pops up, you'll get veteran Brushtail Brigadiers in chat being like, "Wait, is there a troll? Was there a troll in chat? Did I miss a troll?" I'd be like, nah, it's just the music playing. Because I used to, well, I say I used to. Technically, it's still around and active. Although I think it's a little glitchy at the start, because I did do the overhaul. But I have this mini game in the stream that is very rare. Like, we haven't seen it played legitimately in 2.5 years, almost 3 years now, called Troll and Roll. Basically only activates when we ban a troll from chat, and then it goes into lockdown mode and code loaf and all this stuff. And this is the song that usually plays to kick off the event. And then what winds up happening is a raid boss spawns, and it is up to you guys to defeat the raid boss via Loaf Quest. My mod instincts kicked in. Yeah, exactly, dude. Saber. So I have plans. And I think you know about it. Question mark. I don't know if I told you exactly, but I have plans to, I guess, remove the cobwebs off of Troll and Roll and make it a more active event that we play at least once a year. Got more farming and investigating to do and making my wolfsbane nasty. I was like, yeah, dude, like very, yeah. Dragon Eagle, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. It's like a good thing that it's gone unused. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. L. I used to love it when I would visit streamers like way back in the day. I'd be like, man, dude, I get these trolls at least like once a week, and then I'd be like, dude, you're getting trolls once a week? Flipping, you're so lucky. And they're like, what? Sin, are you okay? Are you on something? Like, who gets excited about trolls in your chat? And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like there's a whole like song and dance that happens when a troll comes to our channel. But I realized that that trolls have like an underground network of male moles, as I call them. And they, dude, trolls, I seriously, this is conspiracy, but I think trolls have an entire mole network where they, so you know how like in the Harry Potter series, it's owls, like owls deliver parcels to other wizards. Well, trolls, I often imagine trolls living under rocks, and they just come out to grief people. Well, you can't just like fly owls to get your messages across. You're in the dirt. So I'm like, oh, moles, a male mole. So I have this conspiracy that trolls have this whole male mole system of communication. And I seriously, the reason I think this is because like, I only had like half a dozen, maybe a little bit more trolls come into the channel when I launched Troll and Roll, because like I would get trolls on a fairly regular basis, right? But then I released this Troll and Roll game on my channel, and like every troll that we banned, like post Troll and Roll, they would always come on their alternate accounts and be like, dude, bro, that was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like that on Twitch before. It was so cool. And then they hit the follow button. So I get the feeling that in the troll network, I got this reputation of like, if you're gonna go troll anybody, don't go to Senor Crouch's channel, because like he'll just have fun and you won't know what to do. Because how do you like, you know, you've seen the extravagant, over the top things I do here on the channel. It's like a troll can't combat that. It's like an ant trying to go up against the god. You can't. It's like, what are they gonna do? There's nothing you can do. So then I guess in the troll network, I got this reputation of like, hey, if you want to get like genuine reactions out of streamers, don't go to Senor Crouch's channel, because he'll make you content, and it's not fun for you. Like it'll be like, cool, wow, ooh, but like you won't get the desired results. So, and then we stopped getting trolls, and so we haven't had like a legitimate troll in this channel for like almost 3 years. So I've never been able to show off. So all like the newer Brushtail Brigadiers, like you guys have probably never even heard of Troll and Roll before, until this evening. And so what I want to do, and I already have this all planned out. My plan is to repurpose Troll and Roll into Project Loaf, so that way everyone gets to experience this over the top Troll and Roll like game, like this raid boss game for yourselves. And so it is going to be wrapped up into like Project Loaf is annexing Troll and Roll for the express purpose is like I put all this love and energy and soul and passion into this like mini game, and we don't play it anymore. And like I love it to death, and veterans loved it to death, and I really want to show you guys, like the newer of us brigadiers, the excitement and hype that is Troll and Roll. So it is going to be annexed into Project Loaf, so at least once a year all of us will be able to play Troll and Roll. And this is how I'm gonna keep it alive, and I'm probably going to eventually improve on it like I do everything on this channel. So yeah, that's the plan. That's interesting, right, Al? Like it's like totally over the top. You did mention this. Oh yeah, okay. See, I thought I talked to you about it, Saber. I thought I talked to you about it, and I wasn't sure. Who are we trolling? Who we trolling and rolling? Oh, I was just Nova. If you're just coming in now, I was just talking about this like mini game that we used to play for when trolls got banned on the channel. Like the whole channel would lock down. Like I would have this really cool animation. Raid boss would spawn in chat, and you guys would have to kill it, and yada yada yada. And it evolved over the years. But now we don't play it, and we rarely see it at all. So you're so positive that trolls don't mess with you, right, Dragon Eel? Like they don't come around anymore. It makes me a little sad, but like, hey, you know what are you gonna do? You get a reputation in the troll underground network, and suddenly like you're avoided like the plague by trolls. Which, I mean, I guess ultimately is a good thing, but it's just like, oh, we don't get to play. But again, I don't have to worry about that anymore, because now it's going to be annexed into Project Loaf, and we're all going to experience it, and it's going to be amazing. And it's probably going to be the best version of Troll and Roll that I've ever done, because now it's got like a little story element, like shuffled in. I mean, this is a little bit of spoiler territory, that I probably shouldn't tell you that there's a little story behind it in Project Loaf, but I just did, so there's no taking that back. So I haven't been around much. Trade school been killing me. Hey, Dragon Eel, it's okay, you know, and this goes for everybody. You know, your life comes first before this stream. My stream is going to be here for as long as I am here, because I just like I mean, it comes to no surprise that I love streaming. Like, who puts this much effort into a stream that doesn't genuinely like streaming? I just like, you don't see all this crazy wackiness. You just, it's like, I'm like this weirdo who just like genuinely likes streaming and hanging out with you guys. It's usually more bots than trolls. Like, yeah, that's the other thing, Nova. Because like with Troll and Roll, it was a rule that it couldn't be a bot. It had to be a person. And so yeah, we every now and then we do get a bot here and there, and I'm like, that's not the criteria for Troll and Roll. So it doesn't trigger. I was like, oh no, Nova, it's fine. No, it's fine. My immersion sen. Miyako, hi, Wazar, hi. Roasting in heat, please throw me in an ice box. I don't know if I could throw you in an ice box, but it is chilly over here tonight in SoCal. It's, I know most Midwesterners would probably laugh because they're like, oh, that's not cold, but it's like maybe low 60s tonight. And I'm like, cool. That's much colder than it has been over the past month. Sen is so weird. I am so weird. Sen is Sen. Math is math. Why would they change math? Before I forget, have you tried the new Pokemon battle yet? Has anyone wanted to fight you? No, so dude, Dragon Eel, I haven't booted up and thought about our gym challenges in quite some time. I'm trying to figure out a good way to like implement it into the stream, because like recently, as you can see with like the Brushtail Star Park, I've been trying to be a little bit more cognizant about the flow of the stream, because for me, I don't, what's the term? Like I don't want to I don't want to cause ultimate chaos on the stream. I want them to be, I want there to be some sense of order. So that's why we actually now have a new rule and or order of how we rank up people. So while we're here at the Grand Atrium, this is our kind of like housekeeping segment where I talk to you guys. Usually one like three things on the docket every time. There's like intro greeting and shooting the breeze, there's any rank ups, and then there's like the patch notes for the channel, and those are usually like the 3 items in the housekeeping segment, which is here. And then we go into whatever we're doing on main stage. And so if somebody has a rank up like middle of the stream, the rule is now that we'll get to the rank up the next stream where we're here in the Grand Atrium, and you know, this is the housekeeping segment. That way the flow of the stream kind of is a lot more cohesive. So I've been thinking since I've been, you know, tweaking like the whole flow state of the each stream. I'm still trying to come up with an idea of how do I go about the gym challenges, because just like the and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's the terminology of it. So similar to the rank up ceremonies, the gym challenge and the rank up ceremony is what would be considered an intrusive event to a stream's flow. And I know that sounds bad, but like that's just the terminology that's used. And so I'm thinking, where do I want to like slot that event? Where the rank up challenges fit perfectly in the housekeeping segment because we're just warming up, everybody's funneling in, like finding their seat at main stage, and we haven't like truly really began yet. However, for the gym challenges, I'm thinking, do I do it during housekeeping? But I feel like that's a little bit, I don't know. Then the gym challengers have to be here like right away. So I thought, you know, probably for the best flow state of a stream, it would probably be smart and behoove me to have it during the housekeeping segment. However, you know, there's the challengers themselves. Like, I don't want to force them to be here like right on time. It's like, oh, come on, you guys, you gotta be right in time, otherwise you're gonna miss your slot. And then it's like, well, do I wait till the end? But then in the end, it's like a lot of us are getting sleepy and exhausted, and then myself included. It's very, I'm half asleep. So then I thought that wouldn't really work, but then I started contemplating the idea of like maybe having like this challenger queue where it's like, oh, if we get like 10 challengers, then we'll devote like basically an entire stream to like just knocking them out. Okay, you guys, the Brushtail Brigade Ice Gym is now open. We're taking on challengers. Yada yada yada. But then I was like, then when would we do it, right? It's like, do we X out a game stream? Do we X out an art and chill to do that? And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That, I mean, it's good in theory, but I don't know. Xing out a stream for that might not be the best idea. But then talking to you guys just now, my brain did just hatch an idea. You know how I said that I'm thinking about having somewhere in the future having a mid-year event? Because you know how at the end of the year we have Send Spooks, Retrovember, Mystery Box Mayhem, Christmas Spectacular in the final 3 months of the year. But I want to do something more in the middle of the year, because it's like there on this channel we don't do Panda, hi, how are you doing? But it's like we don't really do anything in the middle of the year. So as I'm talking to you guys just now, maybe whatever event that I do in the middle of the year, maybe that's where we can slot it. Maybe the gym challenge channel redeem goes dark outside of that month event in the middle of the year. And maybe that's because one of the things that I was thinking about, and I know I made mention of this to you guys in a previous stream, but one of the things I'm in terms of the theme of whatever this mid-year event would be, a part of me kind of is thinking like a community event where it kind of focuses on like playing with you guys in terms of like, I don't know, Mario Kart, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and then it could be like the gym challenges for you guys' chance to get the gym badge, like my ice gym badge. So maybe that could be like a hallmark of whatever this event is, because right now that's kind of like my early conceptual phase idea of what I want this mid-year thing to be. And I'm kind of thinking, and again, this is all like spitballing, nothing is set in stone, but I was thinking maybe a June event of some sort, and then because like that's middle of the year, so I don't know, maybe we do something like that to repurpose and reinvigorate the gym challenger, which Dragoneel, I know there's still some gym challengers on my queue. I haven't lost that queue. I still have them with me. I think there's like 3. But that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment, as I'm just like spitballing with you guys. Art stream isn't that busy, so that's when you can do it. That is true, Dragoneel. That is true. Hi Sedeco. Hi Panda. Just woke up from a nap. I'm glad you took a nap. Quinn, hi, how are you doing? What? Well, that would mean that we would have to wait a whole year for a chance to fight you. Yes, that is true. So that's why I'm saying nothing is set in stone, but it's an idea I had. Now, I maybe just had a busy shift today on my day off. Oh no, been up since 2 a.m. last night. I still work at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Oh no. Well, Quinn, hopefully it goes well tomorrow, and then hopefully you have the weekend. The other thing too, Dragoneel, that I feel like right now the gym challenges are kind of died down, especially on this end, is because like I know a lot of diehard Pokemon fans. They've moved to Legends ZA, and I don't have Legends of ZA. Or Legends ZA. Luckily I have Saturday and Sunday off. Yeah. Anyways, so hold on. Before I go yapping too much more here, let's actually move on to Xander. Okay, we'll do the raid and then this raid and then I got. Ma'am, are you okay? Did you guys see that? I think that student was in dire. Oh my goodness, Xander, hi. Thank you for the raid. How was that's a gross name, but how was Blood? Sounds like so I'm gonna guess it was either a vampire or a werewolf. Kind of a game. But yeah, welcome on in, Xander. Okay, so let's actually get to ranking up people. So Nova, you're here. Let's rank you up. So let's hit number 12. Hopefully not a blood ocean. Oh, I know. Or a blood moon. Oh my goodness. I'm here. Let's go. All right, Loaf is taking us to the Mystic Cove. Let's get started. Welcome to the Mystic Cove. Neither, more of a cultist and undead king thing. Ooh. I still like the crystal again. That's exactly the words that Volp wants to hear. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, yes. Perfect. So Nova, whenever you are ready, you may type in ! rank up in chat. Then we will see you on the other side. Shinobi, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 72 heckin' months. Crazy. We'll see your alert when we get back from the Mystic Cove. Yay! Oh my goodness, congratulations, Nova. You are our newest Brushtail Rogue. Let's go. You and Okairis are like right back to back with each other. It's so cool. Yay! I looked at Crystal and it tingled. I wonder if it had I wonder if it had whoa. Hang on. I wonder if it had an electrical charge on it that time. Oh my goodness. But yes, Nova, thank you so much for all the support for these past 3 months. Thank you, thank you. This is why we celebrate you with this wonderful rank up ceremony, celebration, whichever I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's head back to the Grand Atrium, and let's get ready to head on over to main stage to get started on some art for Art and Chill. Nova, thank you again. All right, let's head back. Whee! You know, I was thinking for this community event thing that I'm like I'm hatching. Shinobi! Oh my goodness. I'm taking all that and stuffing it into my fur. Oh my goodness. And it's a rank up alert. Shinobi, if you're here tomorrow, we are gonna rank you up tomorrow. And it will be super hype and super celebratory. So let's actually head on over now to main stage, you guys. Whee! I've been yapping. Oh, dude. Feels like there's like a little piece of something in my throat. Like a little speck of dust or something. It's not quite enough where it's like I'm gonna go into a coughing fit, but it's like right there on the verge. Excuse me. Here, Shinobi. Here's a hug for you. I know you just got the rank up alert. We were just at the Mystic Cove, but trust me, we'll get to it. Your rank up is not going anywhere. Oh, that's a black screen. Buzzdogs, yes. So Ruby. Okay, wait, where is monitor 3? Oh, that's us. That's the wrong monitor. That's our gaming monitor. There we go. It's monitor 1. Yeah, it's so funny because like from Art and Chill and gaming. So for gaming, monitor 1, which is what you're seeing here. Monitor 1 is what usually houses our OBS and you guys. And then monitor 3 houses the game. But on Art and Chill, it actually swaps. Monitor 1 becomes the art, and monitor 3 becomes where OBS is. Okay. So, tonight, we're going to be working on, I would imagine, I'm pretty sure we can get to both of these. Now, Els, as far as yours goes, I don't know if we'll be able to complete it tonight, but we should be able to get a huge chunk of it done. So, we're starting with Jan the Lucagon's half body sketch. So, we are, let me go to my art queue in the Discord server. Where did I put it? There it is. So, we are going to do a half body pencil sketch tonight. I'm actually going to head to bed. I've been up for 21 hours. Yeah, Quinn, please go get some rest. You end whenever you need it in order to take care of yourself. Thank you, Al. No, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to at least get started on it. Finishing it tonight, I don't know, especially since I definitely want to take my time with it, L, as well, because I want to get it as perfect as I possibly can for you. Lucas, hi, how are you doing? Oh, welcome on in. Wow, I almost have 200 cutie points. Dude, let's go. Anyways, where is my glove? There's my glove. Say hi to my glove, everyone. No, I'm just kidding. My glove is not sentient, so if it was, I'd be a little bit concerned. Oh, Zelda, hi, how are you doing? Oh, perfect timing. You're coming in at the Arbiter, well, I guess the end of the Arbiter's Grounds song. Mush, artist, mush! Payment and exposure! Dude, the way you said that, Panda, I don't know if you guys have seen the old, like, puppet stop motion animated holiday special of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, where there's this guy, this miner who's looking for silver and gold in the North Pole. Forget what his name is. Yukon, I think, or something like that. And so there's a scene where he's got his little dogs, and he's like trying to get them to go. And he's like, mush, mush. And he's like, all right, you know what? Like this. And then he gets it, and then he starts like showing the dogs how it's done. And instead of the dogs being like, oh, okay, they decide to hop on the sled. And then he's the one pulling the sled. Exposure. Oh my goodness. I might be calling it here, Sen. Hopefully I can catch you tomorrow. Yes, Dragoneel, you definitely take care of yourself as well. Have a wonderful night's sleep. Amadeus, hello, how are you doing? Oh, welcome on in. We are just getting started on doing some art. Also, say goodbye to the paw beans for now. They are going to be underneath my monitor, so my hand tracking will not be working. Ooh, but don't worry, the paw beans will be back. All right, so since this isn't a timed piece either, we can definitely go at our own pace. I also want to get up some references of Jan Sona, starting with the 1 hour Persona sketch that I did a while back of Jan. Look at this piece. Piece is amazing. We're not gonna go 1-to-1 on that because like the piece we're working on is a different Sona, but I like to always have my work of previous Sonas that I've worked for on this or whatever. I'm not even speaking English right now. Just to get a reference of like, oh yeah, that's right, I did this, I did that, I did the other thing. Here's hi. Good, just hanging out after doing some projects. Ooh, what, if I may ask, what type of projects? So this is a different Sona. We're gonna minimize that. Okay, so oh boy, I'm gonna try pulling up a couple of more references before we actually begin. So tonight, since we're gonna be doing a half-body sketch, the Sona I'm gonna be doing is very muscular. Very muscular, and if you guys have ever seen my work in the past, muscular isn't necessarily my strong suit. I can do toned really well. toned is really, really like where my specialty lies in terms of body, but muscular, that's something I am definitely still learning, to say the least. So I'm gonna go into, where are my doodles? Some of these doodles like really stand up still. Now, that's so funny. Oh my god. Okay, let me show you guys some of these sketches. So these are some of my like older sketches. Meta, hello, I get it. Not your strong suit. That's true. I didn't even try for that, but yeah. So these are some of my older sketches, and I love how they still stand up to this day. This is when I was doing some lighting sketches. And then here's like some body references that I was doing. Here's a few more. This one came out pretty good. The chonk could have been better though on this. You know what's funny, Lucas? I'm decent at chonk, but I would still say toned is still like where I'm comfortable, which is, I know that's so super weird. This one still holds up. I really like this one. This was an Arcanine. And this was me practicing expressions. Oh, that's right. Here was more expressions. Oh my goodness, I love some of these. I remember the Arcanine, dude. I do too. This one is like the most epic sketch that I've ever done. Just one day I was just like, oh, you guys, let's just sketch. Oh my god, his name just escaped my brain. Byler, hi, hello, happy Valentine's Day. Yes, it was last Saturday, but yes, happy Valentine's Day. Cass, dude, yeah, I was like, okay guys, I'll draw Cass. Probably not gonna be that good, but I'll draw Cass. So we'll see. Like I'll just go and we'll just sketch and see what happens. And then this happened, and I'm like, what is this? I'm still sick. Oh no, Byler, no. And then here's like my attempt at different eye shape. This one, I remember doing this one. This one was pretty funny. The middle character at the belly, that was added like last minute. Here's another one. This was me trying to do chonk. This is the same piece, but like a little bit, I worked a little bit more on it. Was that panda in the middle? I don't think so. This was me and Lighting. Can I be in the middle? This is just like a YCH, like your character here. Kiru, hi, hello. This was me doing some hand studies, and I think these came out really nice, like really nice. Um, so this is probably the doodle that I'll have up next to Jan's reference, because it has like the kind of like the toned muscular, well, not that we're gonna go for tone, but it has like some of the muscular structure that I want to see, that I'm gonna be putting on Jan's character. It was me trying for long hair. What is this? I don't even remember this sketch. I love this. This is cute. But yeah, so those are some of my sketches. Okay, so let me go back to that one. Oh. Over here. Minimize this. It's the other one. Okay. All right. Let's begin. Joke's on you. I got a belly, so I'll be helping San out. Let's go. Wait, Amadeus, who's built? Why is he built like me? Who? Which one? Toned and long hair gang? Oh, let's go! So do I. I prefer the non-inverse stone temple tower, but this is nice. Oh, yeah. Stone tower temple. So good. Oh, sorry. Stone temple. Stone temple. I don't know why I always want to throw tower in there. Oh, so to update Tuesday, the doctor found 2 kidney stones in my left kidney, and yesterday they used a sound wave machine to break the kidney stones into smaller pieces, and I was able to come home yesterday. Let's go, Kiru. Let's go. I'm so happy. When you're fast forwarding a cassette tape? I agree. Which I guess might be the point. Probably. Because L, you know what's funny is they seem to like give a lot of thought into their music. So much so, like, it was crazy to me to find out that when you're going in Breath of the Wild, when you're going up to a divine beast, like there's a certain somber music that plays, but if you listen really close, the music, you can hear Morse code for SOS in the song itself, and it is so eerie. Three-way sandwich squish? I'm down. Okay. So, Jan here is a mixture between a dragon and a Lucario. So, we're gonna do a Lucario dragon tonight, which is why he is very muscular. And we're gonna kind of, I'm gonna try to do like a 3/4 perspective, kind of like what you see here in this sketch here that I did a while ago. And we're gonna see what happens. I'm also slightly concerned because unlike my headshots, I am still not 100% comfortable with bodies yet. Rare Lucario hybrid? Yeah, Saber! Yeah! Start of the Fine Beast theme? Yeah. Sorry. The tickle's back. Try not to let it affect me, but holy moly. Sen yes to. Sen said yes to. It is so I'm down. I don't mind belly bumps. Fist bumps. Okay. So let's get started here. See, for as much as I sketch at work, I do like a sketch club thing, especially on Fridays. I do a sketch club Friday thing with my kiddos. I realized very early on that I really can't do a lot of like full or half body poses with them, because of characters, that is. Because every single solitary time they always ask the same stupid question. But Mr. Chen, why is his character naked? I'm like, because I'm trying to create the structure of the body first. Of course, I can't say that to them because they don't understand it. But like, I try to explain. It's like, no. I'm building on top of it. But that's always where their mind goes. If they don't immediately see clothing, they immediately think it's naked somehow. And I'm like, oh God, no. And then it's like, so I kind of stopped doing like sketches of full or half body characters, because that's all I need is for my kiddos to go home to their parents and be like, oh, mommy, daddy, Mr. Sen drew a naked person on and it's like, no, I did not. So it's like I'm like, all right, we're not doing that anymore. I typed too fast, so whoops. At 99.9%, I never make any sense. Well, for me, I just can't smoke right. Stick figure, Mrs. Said drawing naked people. I know, it's like, part of me, it gets so aggravated because it's like, I'm trying to teach them like how to draw something really cool, and they immediately default to that. And I'm like, oh, you guys, come on. Okay. All right, so let's see here. This is gonna be interesting here. That's so funny though. Yeah, because like literally this one time I was trying to help it because they wanted a certain character, and they were like, oh, we'll pose them in this way. I was like, okay, easy. So I started sketching, and like you'll see here in a moment, like I start with the egg. You always want to start with the egg. I'm already messing this up. So you always want to start with the egg, which is like the torso. Also, I think that'll work. So you always want to start with an egg for the torso, and the torso. So how the human body works is the body stands up in a formation called I think it's like contrapposto or something like that, which basically means counterbalance. So like starting from the torso is an egg, and this is a side view, by the way. This is the side view. So the torso always leans forward, and then the pelvis always leans backwards. And then the reason it does this is because from the center of the head, you come down and there's like the center of gravity. So the torso jetting forward, in order for the body to balance that out, it has to have a segment where it goes backwards. And so that's where the the line starts at the neck. That's right. It's not the head. Starts at the neck and comes down. This is the center of gravity for a person. And then you would think that it would stop there, but it actually goes into the legs. And I should have drawn this a lot smaller to let you guys see this, because this the whole idea of the contrapposto is a fascinating one for me. So you got okay, so you got the head, right? So the torso's like this, the pelvis is like this, and then funny enough, the top of the leg comes forward, and then the bottom of the leg comes backwards, and then you have the foot. And so you get this like zigzag shape for person. So like if we go here, and then we do this, and then we go with the leg, and then you got the back of the leg, front of the leg. And so this is how the body stands upright. So a lot of times people don't know this, so they're like, oh, okay, well, we draw the head, we draw the body, and then we come in and we do the thingies, and oh my goodness, the leggies and stuff like that, which is okay. But it actually does more of this forward motion. That's where you get the arcing of the back and whatnot. And so that's actually the more correct way to draw a figure. The other thing that I love to teach people about drawing bodies is the what's it called? The limbs. So a lot of artists who teach will often talk about like curves versus straights, and you see this a lot on you see this I don't want to necessarily say error with new artists, but like they'll draw the arm, right, and like this is the hand, and then they'll be like, okay, we're gonna do this, right, and that's the arm, and yeah, that's not bad, but when it comes to arms and legs, we'll do the leg, right? So we'll do a leggy. So you'll get like artists doing stuff like this, right? But with the arms and the legs, there's this dichotomy where you will always get a straight and a curve. So for example, the bottom of the leg that goes into the ankle, right? So the front of the leg, whenever you're drawing like the leggy, the front of the leg will always have the straight, and then the back of the leggy will be the curve, because you have this like giant, I forget what the muscle's called. It's not a calf. It's your calf muscle, right? I think something like that. So you have this giant muscle back here. So this creates a curve. And you see how it's straight versus curve. And this happens on every part of every limb that you have. So I believe with the leg, the top of the leg is that, and then the bottom of the leg is kind of more the curve. Could be wrong on that, but that's a limitation of my knowledge of bodies. That sounds right. Yeah, it sounds right. I'm gonna say it's right. Oh, Sparrow, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Yeast, hi. Calzone, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Yeah, so that's one thing I like to talk about when working on bodies. But yeah, so like I was at one point doing this with my kiddos, right? I was like, okay, well, here's the egg, and then, you know, the egg opens up like this, because like this is the rib cage right here. This is a representation of the rib cage, and yada yada yada. And I started building on top of it, and then as I was starting to build on top of it and getting a more rigid structure, like this, for example. So this sketch, for example, right? Like I started building muscle on top of, I forget what character I was drawing with them, but then I started doing like muscle and whatnot, and they're like, why is it naked? And I'm like, because we haven't gotten to the clothing yet. And I'm just like, can you guys just calm down. And then we put the clothing on him, and they're like, oh, this is so cool. I'm like, see, he wasn't naked. We were just building on top of the character. But then after that, I was like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Like we're not doing full bodies. We're just gonna stick with the headshot with the kiddos, because again, like I know these kiddos, their communication skills are as good as a brick walls. Because like the thing that they will, the thing I always worry about is like they'll go home and be like, oh, Mommy, Daddy, Mr. Sandy we were drawing a character with us, and he was drawing him naked, and then of course the parents, you know, they're gonna think, oh my god, what is this guy doing? Like, what is this guy teaching our kids? And then it's like, and then I would have to explain that to the parents, be like, no, this is the character we were drawing, and I was teaching them how to build on top of the character. So we were building on a mannequin first, and then we put the clothing on the mannequin. And it's just like, I don't want to have to explain that, because it's just like so annoying to do in the first place. Art killing Sen's teaching career. Yeah, so that's why I stopped sketching like full body characters with them, and I've just focused exclusively on like headshots and whatnot, because it just I was thinking about them, like that's a headache and a half that I don't need to have on my plate. But yeah, I mean, they were really impressed with the character sketch afterwards, but it was just like, yeah, that's not happening anymore. Until proven otherwise. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly the case for my little kiddos. Okay, so I actually might need to shrink this even more, because like I want to kind of get like the full torso of the character in. Oh. I think that'll work. Because I was looking at it, I'm like, dude, we don't even have room for the ears and whatnot, and so I I want to make sure that I have room for the ears. Oh, congratulations on Leona! Leona, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for the catch. I guess I don't know why I'm thanking you for that. Oh, you guys, I'm giving away art tonight. So if you guys want a chance at a half body street sketch, I think it is. So it's ! raffle in the chat. And you can get your chance at a send piece of art. Got a blue fox. Yes, you did. Okay, so yeah. Something like that, just to get a baseline going. Then song. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna try my best here to get something good going on here. Hang on. This is where my knowledge starts to crack under some pressure here. Okay. And the pecs come up like this. Okay. I mean, so far so good, I think. Highly recommend Sen's art. Oh, that's right, Saber. Does a Firekeeper soul permanently buff? Does a Firekeeper soul permanently buff the Estus flask? I think so. Oh, okay. There we go, Panda. Thank you. Not quite. Firekeeper soul is for her. It's a pencil sketch with kind of a loose spray paint effect. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Who asked that? Nova? Street sketch. Yes. So a street sketch is basically, in essence, still a sketch with loosey-goosey color on it. So let me see if I can pull up a really good street sketch that I've done. Oh, God. What was this? Hang on. Let me go... I've uploaded, which what? Gotta be like a street sketch I've done in the past. I've uploaded. I'm so bad at uploading. Oh my god, these are not headshots. Maybe. Flip, dude, I've never uploaded a street sketch before. Oh, rip. Okay, so I'm gonna have to think about what was a street sketch I've done in the past. Oh wait, hang on. Oh wait, no, that's not the. That's our images. Okay, hang on. I got an idea. Street sketch. Oh, there's colors. Yeah, yeah. L. It has colors. Oh wait, that's Flap. That's the one I'm doing tonight. We like to search. No, I know what it is. I know what it is. I'm trying to remember like what is a good street sketch that I've worked on in the past, like the most recent. Here's a good example. So, okay, here's a good example. So it's very loosey goosey, kind of like spray painty, kind of a vibe to it. Let me see if I could find another one. Yeah, that's right. I did one for Leona. I remember this. Okay, so here's one from I did with of Leona. Kind of loosey goosey. Kind of a spray painty effect on it with like a classic like 90s paper cup design background looking thing. Stylized, yeah, it's a stylized. That's a good adjective, Dragon Cat. And hello, Dragon Cat. It's a stylized. It is a sketch with stylized paint on it. So that's what our street sketches are. But I need to remember that, Dragon Cat. Stylized spray paint coloring is a perfect and apt description of what the street sketch is. Okay. So yeah, L, that's what you won in December for the December raffle. And that's what we're giving away tonight, is a half-body street sketch. Okay, so I'm gonna refine. Oh, okay. Then it's a good thing I did describe the colors then, yeah. And if I need anything clarified, I'll just straight up ask you. And then if you have to go before like if you have to go and I have a question about something, then we'll just like put a little bookmark in it. And then we'll come back to it like the following Thursday, and we'll do some sketches or some coloring. I can't imagine I'm gonna need much questions for the what's it called? The sketching. Dog Day, hello, welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Congratulations on being our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Sounds good, yeah. So yeah, anybody who wants to enter the raffle, it's !raffle in chat. Okay, so I'm kind of liking the bulkiness that I've got going on for the like the pectoral area. I think this is looking kind of good. And then we've got like these muscular arms. I'm just gonna do like a quick draw to get something started here, just so that I can start to picture and visualize it and whatnot. We may need to mess around with the insertion points of the arms. I think we really need to get the bulkiness of the arms. But I think I'm gonna pause there, and I think I'm gonna head on up to the head of the Sona. So I gotta remember it's Lucario-esque, so it's part Lucario. Whoops! Part Lucario, part dragon. So Lucario has like very pointed ears, right? I think that's what I'm gonna like start at the baseline of this, is like that, but I also want a bulky look about this. So we're gonna give this our best shot here. Okay. Then oh, hand massage. Okay, something along those lines. Yeah, I kind of liken the eyes for the time being, anyways, or the eye shape there. But medic, hi, how are you doing? All right, I'm gonna okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this is just for positioning sake. I know Jan doesn't have a nose like that, but I'm gonna start off with drawing a nose.
Let's stretch our legs.
Medic, thank you for the hydration and the stretch. So let's am I rolling over? Rolling over. I thought I was rolling over something. Okay, let me stand up. Oh. There we go. Bengali, hi, how are you doing? Alright, so I'm getting up and stretching. Alright, if you guys haven't stretched in a while, I invite you guys to get up, do some leg stretches. I will say I had my fill of leg stretches earlier. So because it was raining today, I kept with one group all day long today. So I had my third graders all day. And they'd been cooped up all day as well. So they were bouncing off the walls. Pew, 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 pew. So I was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with a movie, because I started with the movie because we had to eat lunch inside the classroom today because of the rain. And I know with what I just said, probably confused a bunch of people who are not on the West Coast. specifically in California. Many schools out here in Southern California how do I want to say this? To get from one classroom to the next, you go outside. Like, our classrooms are these little bungalow style outdoor classrooms that are not connected to each other in any way, shape, manner, or form. So when you have to take the kids to another classroom, you exit the classroom, which leads outside, and then they go to their next classroom. So I just have to specify this because most of the United States, I found out, their classrooms, their campuses are one giant building where all the classrooms are in an enclosed space to protect from the outside elements. Here in Southern California, that is not the case. So when it rains, we have to change how we do things because we don't want the kiddos being outside in the rain while they go to and fro classrooms. So it is, I could see how that is very confusing, but growing up here in Southern California, it's the only thing I knew. And I was only exposed to something different for a brief period of my life when I moved to Arkansas for a short period before moving back here to Southern California. And found that all of their schools over there are enclosed inside a giant school building. So, because that's the case here, when it rains, they don't have recess, they don't have PE, because recess and PE are outside. So, my kiddos today were bouncing off the walls because they had all this cooped up energy and they weren't able to leave the classrooms for like recess and all that good jazz. So what I wound up doing for a good hour of my class today was, well, first for lunchtime I put on a movie because we had these giant computer screen TVs that are called Promethean boards, and so I have access to YouTube, and YouTube sometimes has movies for free with ads. So I threw on a movie for them, and then that lasted like an hour and 40. And then after that, I was like, okay, these guys are like hitting their energy limits where they're just like pew, 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 all over my classroom. So I decided I was going to do, so we started off with this like exercise would you rather. And so it was like, oh, would you rather have like Doritos or Pringles? And then based on your response, you had to do this particular exercise. And so they wanted me to join in, so of course I joined in. So I was like doing all these exercises and movements and stuff like that. And then I had the brilliant idea of being like, oh, do you guys want to dance? And they're like, yeah, we want to dance. And so I threw up a couple of Just Dance videos where they were able to dance to the figures moving on the screen. And then, of course, they wanted me to do dancing with them. They didn't want me to just sit there. So I was, like, doing these little jigs and things. And by the end of the hour and a half, I'm like, God, man, I'm exhausted. SoCal likes to pretend that the elements don't exist. Exactly. Well, For all intents and purposes, though, I don't know if you're here in SoCal either, but I often like to joke how SoCal has 2 seasons all year round, summer and slightly cooler summer, which I think that's apt because like even in rainstorms, the temperature usually doesn't drop below 50. No, I'll take that back. 45. I've never, like, the lowest I've ever felt it here in my God knows how many years I've been here. If it gets below 45, that is an anomaly here in SoCal. On average, most of the year, all year round, we average between 60 degrees and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, that's our range. So when it gets below 60 degrees here, you will have parents and customers dressed up in like 7 layers of jackets and be like, oh my god, it's 55 degrees, I am so cold, I have like 7 layers of clothing on and I'm still freezing cold. And I'm like, I mean, like, I know it's chilly, but 7 layers and you're still complaining it's freezing cold outside and 55-degree temperatures. Now, I illustrate that to you guys because I know for many of you, you're like, 55 degrees is short sleeve weather. Two-story junior high school buildings, but an elementary school. Yeah, Zelda, elementary schools. Like, most of our elementary schools are what I just described. 55 degrees is at most a hoodie weather. Yeah, not here in SoCal, dude. You get, because our range is always on the hotter end. So we've adapted to hotter temperatures. So when it gets below a certain threshold, our bodies here in SoCal can't handle it as well. And so that's why you get these people who go out in 55-degree temperature in like 7 layers of clothing. But it is funny because like I've experienced both worlds. Living in Arkansas for that brief period of my life, I understood at that point what cold actually was, and I was like, this is nothing like what we get in SoCal. Absolutely nothing. So okay, so I'm gonna do some experimenting with the head a little bit, because I do like the angle of the head, but now it comes down. Where's the music, by the way? I feel like that. Let me guess. This is Metroid Prime 3 music. Oh, I was close. Metroid Prime 2 music. I'm gonna skip over it because a lot of the soundtrack for Metroid Prime 2 and 3 are like these low volume. How did you like the ice in the winter? I loved it. I really enjoyed it. The only thing I don't like, I will never forget the first Blizzard Zelda that we were in, that I was there. I remember the temperature being minus 10 degrees. And I was like, oh, I'll just wrap up in like 8 layers of clothing. And that's exactly what I did, because I wanted to play in the snow. And so I went out, and literally the absolute second I went out to the front yard, it might as well have been like I was not wearing any clothing at all. The cold struck straight through the 8 layers. And I was freezing cold, and I was like, this sucks. Phoenix, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Okay. Let me do something here. I'm not gonna keep this. I'm not gonna keep this because like this is not the proper. But I need a reference. What is a layer to you? Like clothing, like thick clothing. For Glacial Fox got cold. Yeah. Meow to you, Phoenix. All right, hang on. Oh man, okay. Let me see here. Now it's me going into like focus mode. Trying to like okay, hang on. Dude. Man. I think this is looking better, but it's not. I don't like figure out what. Something's not working here. Redo the mouth here. Oh, I love this song, but this will get absolutely DMCA'd on YouTube when I go over. So I unfortunately have to skip over this song. I have I believe only 4 songs in my playlist that are DMCA'able. Which makes me sad because I would absolutely adore playing them more frequently. Okay, alright, okay. Wait, where's my Wolf? Hi, how are you doing? Come to the Midwest. We'll forge you into the winter crucible. Oh my goodness. All right, so erase some of this here. So like here, so we need love the song. Oh my god, this song is great. We might have to some of this stuff up here, but yeah, I'm digging the okay. Digging the center of the face, but I still gotta figure out. Let's see here. Okay. Back here. Oh, all right. Let's survive the attacks from my mom. Oh, that's right. Wolf. How is that? Wolf is already. Wolf has also been sick lately. So and then he has got this horn. It's around that. Okay. Then I feel like his forehead is a little bit too much. Let me see here. Oh my goodness, I love this song so heckin' much. This song is the theme of second greatest stream I've ever done, called 3-man team versus the AP Grind. A 10.5 hours long grinding stream that I did. With you guys back when we played Final Fantasy VII Remake on stream. Oh, so good. Oh my god, so good. They're puffing up a storm, I guess, especially bad around this time. That evening, client canceled today, so I didn't have to work. I was able to see a doctor today instead of my plan of seeing one tomorrow. Lungs are fine, good. It's just something that's been going around. Prescribing some pills to take, but much like the over-the-counter medicine I got, I'm not sure how much that's helping. Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder, Whoop, if you have upper respiratory infection, which is something I had not too long ago. It's an annoying little virus that causes you to cough a lot like that. Oh, let's see here. Then we have 2 stripes on this side. All right, cool. Hey, I kind of want to give him like a little tuft up here instead of like what looks to be like a bald spot. Just kind of convey that there's fur on the top. Then do the stripes here. And then we go. One on here. Woo! Okay, I think this is coming out pretty decently. Like. Something along those lines. Okay, then we come around here. Yeah, okay. And let's see. Okay. Man, okay, hang on. I think that works a little bit better. This. So far, digging it. Definitely digging it. Oh, this is from Master Duel. Okay. Woo! Okay. It's getting there. Probably the doctor did mention that it was something respiratory wise. Yeah, it sounds like an acute respiratory infection. I had that a month ago, and then I think I had a small reoccurrence of it a few weeks ago. Okay, so now, whoa. Sort of similar to what happened that one night we were doing art, which I still never found that part, by the way. And I truly think that it was all in my brain. I cannot find it with the life of me. Okay. Now we get the big stuff going. Okay. Oh, where's my doodle here? Okay. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do. Oh! You know, it's running over my blanket burrito. What I'm gonna do is I love that shape, but I think we need to go bigger with it. I think I need to push this up a little bit too. Just to give it that effect of like a beefy neck. But with that being said though, I might actually have to bring this all down. Ooh. I'm okay with. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. I moved it just to erase all of it. Break starting soon. Oh my goodness. And then we need the Yeah. Change that up a little bit here. We need to erase some of this because that's getting out of control. Okay, so then we need the V. So far, so good. I'm not. There's nothing about this necessarily that I'm like, oh, I hate this. Okay. I do believe that this needs to come up though. Symmetry. Okay. 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 We're gonna get rid of some of this, some of this, some of the. Oh well, that's his hair, or the little, or the little mesh thingies. But well, get his back a little bit here. All right. You know, for body type, I don't normally do all too frequently. This is coming out pretty good, in my opinion. Okay. Got our pecs in. I think what I'm gonna do here is erase some of this. Audience's eye, do the rest. The work there. That. Okay, perfect. It's coming up pretty good. I think this is coming up pretty good. And then I do also need bring this out. He's got like the Lucario. Lucario-esque things. Ooh, I see. Yeah, I was like, why am I feeling something strange on this side of the fluff? To make it symmetrical. Mm. Actually, you know what? This needs to be repaired. I actually need a thinner line here. And this up this way more, in my opinion. I love this song. Woo! All right, all right, all right. Give me a sec here. I want to do something really quickly. Doing something right here. Oh, you know what? I think I know. Hang on. Feels better, but yeah. Yeah, I think that feels a little bit better. Yeah. I think what I need to do here too is yes. Okay. Yeah, that feels I feel like that's a little bit better. Okay. Excellent. So now now we're gonna do the gotta do the torso, or like the abs. I feel like the abs are 100% the next thing we do, and then we'll finish off with like the arms. So all right, abs, something I'm not familiar with, but we're gonna do our best. Arm tootin'. Okay, so oh boy, okay. 1, 2, 3. Right? Wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whoops. Then the belly button is here. May even need to lengthen the abs. We'll see. We'll find out. Okay. Okay. Wait. Gammon, hello, how are you doing? You've got to send, conquer the abs, conquer them. Okay. We will conquer. Conquer and divide, divide and conquer. Oh, wait a minute. That's right, this comes to Let me remove these more defined. Yeah. Woo, dude, I haven't done abs in a hot minute. I'm already screwing this up. It's already off center. Oh. And then let me clean some of this up, and some of this up, and some of this up, and this, and this, and this, and this. So next part of the abs. Let's see here. Come all the way around, and then we do this and this. And this. We up this way, up, over, then cut, push this up. Here, there we go. I knew I was forgetting something. Match it up there. Then come down. And around. And like starts the Bootius Maximus. So this is this. Okay, not bad, not bad. How do I feel about this corner though? I feel like it's just a little bit too spiky. I need it around. Okay. There we go. Trying to loosen the spikiness of it. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's see here. Okay, so I think we can clean some of this stuff up here a little bit. Excuse me. The box we don't need anymore. I guess this one would go off the screen. It's like the third and final peck before reaching. Oh! Detail. So this is reaching into the pelvic area now. So yeah, you have this. Yeah. Okay. Then I feel like this actually comes out more this way. Because this is not exactly the pelvic area yet. It actually like this will wrap around, and then this starts the pelvic area. So the pelvic area you won't be able to see from this, but I will do that, and then so this little line is like the starting point of the booty, like where the booty sits on the figure. And we've got his tail there. And then he really made those pecs massive. I think. Could theoretically go wider, but no, I don't want to push it. Make this one a little bit more like that. Yes. So I want to redo. Yeah. So I want to redo it like that a little bit. I'm so glad I have this sketch of mine that I can reference. It's like Makes it so much easier. All right, so now we've got the arms to do. So we're gonna do the arms next. I'm actually really quite pleased with the abs that we did. Okay, so next is gonna be the massive arms. Let's see how I want to get started on this. So we need deltoid. The deltoid will come up like this. It's like a almost like a shield bracer, like an arm bracer on the. And then it comes down and does this kind of a thing here. Mr. Schreiber, everyone knows a good artist doesn't use reference. Dude, that's oh my god, it's so funny because that's literally what I thought when I first became an artist. When I was first trying my hand at art, I was like, with all the big streamers, they don't use reference, so I'm not gonna use reference either. And then flipping later on, I found out that every artist uses reference. And I was like, wow, I'm such a dumb. So yeah, that's what I try to teach. That's what I try to teach like new artists like coming into the space. Like always use reference. Don't feel like, because like I thought it was cheating when I first was beginning my art adventure. I was like, oh, this is not fair. This is cheating. I don't want to cheat. I want to be a true artist. And then I actually started talking to true artists, and they're like, yeah, you definitely want to use reference. I was like, wait, that's not cheating? They're like, no. What planet are you from? And I was like, hi, I'm not from Earth. Have we met? And then my whole view shifted from then on. And hang on. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. This comes up and over like this. If I, yeah, and then this is gonna come up like this. So let's see here. Oh my goodness, we know this song. Oh, okay. Alright, you guys, I'm like hyper focusing right now. Because I'm trying to like get this arm installed. Bro! Dude, I definitely am liking how this arm is coming out. I also want to give the floor. He's got like this really cool like arm tuft. And I want to give that that arm tuft some justice here. Okay. You know what, I like the idea of it hooking into this muscular point. Like that. And then, oh my god, I love this song too. Oh my goodness. Look at this crazy. I'm on fire, you guys. I'm on fire with these details. This guy can crush a boulder with his bare hand. Oh, wait. What's the flip button? I know I have a flip. It's Redfield certified. Exactly. Where's my flip button? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's what I was worried about. Oh, that's what I was worried about. Oh, crap. Luckily, the head is fine. The head is 100% fine. Maybe I can get away with. So, remember when I was talking to you about contrapposto? It is something that I still struggle with greatly when drawing bodies. And right now, that's kind of what I'm having an issue with at the moment. Give me a sec. Fix this. Because at the moment, what's happening is that his center of gravity is not centered. So the way I drew the body, like the angle I drew the body at, suggests that he is on the verge of falling forward. That's no bueno. Well, we definitely have to change that. We don't want him falling forward. Oh, wait. Let me move this back down. So, okay. So now that that feels correct. His center of gravity feels like it's within ratio of like what somebody would, like the angle at which his body would be posed. That being said, now that I have switched the angle, I'm noticing like the, oh god, I'm forgetting the muscle names, but these two muscles that hook into the pelvis is now off. Like the angles are off. So what we're gonna do, first off, let's reconnect the oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. Deselect anything. Right. Sure. That twice. Thank you. And you. That's interesting. Yeah, you know what? That works. I'm not gonna overly complain about it. There's a little bit of touch up I need to do on it, but that's now. We need to reconnect the neck here. So we need to delete it from there. We need to bring down the tufts here. And then we need to erase some of this. Some of that, and some of that, and some of this. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I very much am liking the contrapposto on this now. Then so we need to change this to more. Wait, so this is this part, so where does that? It starts wrapping inside like that. That's this, and then this starts the pelvic area, and then we can do the same for over here. So pelvic area starts there. We get to see some of the leggy muscle there. So we do need to like do something along those lines. Oh, wait. right. There's a bone in... It's that. Then the leggy comes out from that. That's what gives that area the shape it does. We need to do the same thing for over here. I believe what problem is now is that it's not proper angle anymore. So, or I guess I could say that it was never the proper angle to begin with. And then we just see a little bit of the Bootius Maximus down here. Wait a minute. No. Needs to have much more of a pronounced flourish. And the reason being is, like I mentioned not too long ago just now, that there is actually a bone there that gives that part of the... I can never flourish it correctly. And hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Haha! Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, this is from Kirby Air Riders! Game which I've yet to play. No Switch 2. Okay. So yeah, that is looking quite pristine. I am very... since the snow's been blowing where I live. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully you're under a nice blanket burrito, Ken. Obsidian, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. French bread pizza, let's go. Loaf loves the French bread pizzas. Okay. So then, unfortunately, we don't get to see this part of the tail, so we're going to remove it. We're also going to remove this, but this is part of his tail, so that. This is coming out great! I am really satisfied with how this is coming out. Now, we just need to do one more arm. And then I think we'll be done. Oh, wait. No. We need to do some of his markings. Okay. Good song. I mean, there's not much markings to be had, but markings should still be there. Yes, I really messed that one up. Let me erase that. All right, and let's reflip. Yeah! Oh my god, yes, dude, yes. This is a man who is standing. The one that we saw earlier, that was a man falling forward. This is a man who stands. Okay. So, now we need to come in here and do... oh! Are you sure you didn't want to... Akmos, hi! How are you doing? He's a little bit armless right now. He man, he stand. Aqua's, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Okay. Let's see here. No. I think I'm gonna try moving his. Move that up. Here. Whoops. Oh, wait. Gotta do the fur on this side. Let's oh, okay. This part of the hand always confused. Like this is the elbow, and something along those lines. Styles, hello, can't wait for the finished product. Oh my goodness, Styles, welcome on in. First time here, who's this handsome man? So we are doing a half body sketch of one of the Brushtail Brigadiers by the name of Jan the Lucagon, a Lucario dragon. And I think I'm doing a pretty heckin' good job of it so far, because Styles, buff men like this is not my specialty. I usually, whenever I do full bodies, it's kind of like, let me show you Panda, like the thing I did for Panda a while back. Oh yeah, I don't need to be searching anymore. Oh, I'm still in the search results. Okay, how do I get out of searching? Okay, there we go. Where is Panda? I'll show you the kind of like body shape, body style that I'm probably the most comfortable with. So kind of like this. This is kind of like the style that I'm usually doing for full bodies. Oh, Kairos. Oh, jeez. Okay, the Hydra. I remember this guy. Oh, what are you looking at? Sir! Sir! Get back here! What are you doing? Oh, jeez. Welcome, Raiders, to the Brushtail Brigade! I'm your excitable commander and Star Park director, Sen. Together, we forge all kinds of adventures, from gaming to art. However, I can't do this alone, so let's meet our crew. A-Wire, our sassy bot, controlling all the bells and whistles behind the scenes. Loaf, our silent protagonist of Loaf Quest and cinnamon roll connoisseur. And of course, our friendly community at large, the Brushtail Brigadiers. So, set your life points, choose your Pokemon, and grab a controller. An adventure awaits. Oh, Kairos, thank you so much for the raid. How was The Walking Dead? Welcome on in. Wait, were you just drawing? Yes, that was our raid alerts, Styles. That was our over-the-top raid alert. I don't know if you know Nordic Auric, but his raids look very mid compared. Oh yeah, no, I don't know Nordic, but I just Styles, I tend to go like way over the top with my channel. It's not for like anything other than just like I have an obsession with like creating like wacky stuff for my channel. It's my favorite. He's a Durg. He's a Durg. Styles, what color? What color of Durg? If you say blue, that is amazing, because clearly, as you can, I mean, you probably can't tell. He has he red and has a blue bandana. Okay, I approve of that. You guys would never be able to guess what my favorite color is in a million years. A Magma Durg? Dude, that sounds sick. See, I respect it. 100%. Because for me, I'm kind of one of those nerds that likes the dichotomy of red and blue, fire and ice, or like fire and water. I have the Legend of Zelda franchise to blame for that, because as a kid growing up and playing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past and getting to Turtle Rock, fighting Trinex, which is the stone turtle with the fire and ice heads, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then bolster that later, years later, when I get my hands on Ocarina of Time for the first time and I get to the Spirit Temple and you have these two witches, the Twin Rova, who is one fire witch and one ice witch. And the way you defeat them is using the mirror shield to reflect their magic back at them. And I thought, oh my god, this is insanely cool. So ever since those two boss fights in the Legend of Zelda series, I have been an uber fan of that juxtaposition between the two elements and the two colors. Can I share his Twitch here? You know what? Sure, let's do it. Go ahead and I apologize in advance if Haywire what's it called? Removes the link. But yeah, so this is kind of the body type that I'm used to drawing. Bothmin is something that I am kind of still working towards. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of things here. So watch or with me on Twitch. I will consider stopping by on his, because what does he do? You don't think it worked? Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. Haywire has like a protection unit on so let's Panda, do me a favor. If you're free, can you shout out Nordic Auric? I'd be down to checking out. And there goes the raccoon with the cool superhero name. Ooh. Okay. So does oh wait, I think I've stopped by his channel before. Okay, let me give him a follow. So ZZZ, Dispatch, special events. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god. Nordic, it's so funny. I'm looking at his channel right now, and I scroll down to Nordic suggests these streamers: Scintilla. Who we know Scintilla. Proto Wolf. We stopped by his channel during our trick or treat on Twitch. Or sorry, that's its old name. Our Fright Night Festival. I see Spody the bird, I know him. Not so fat Matt, we visited Matt during our Fright Night Festival. Demi, we know Demi very well. We know, well, as well as, of course, Scintilla. That's so cool. You know what, is Nordic part of... Hold on, I'm like really curious right now. Is he part of like Thunderfang or Flare Blitz? Oh my god, he's a fellow Flare Blitz guy. Okay. I was like, if he knows Scintilla, he's either part of Thunderfang or he's part of Flare Blitz. And sure enough, Flare Blitz. That's so funny. Well, I guess I shouldn't say a fellow Flare Blitzer just yet. But I know in the next wave of Flare Blitzers, I found out Scintilla wants me a part of Flare Blitz. I'm like, yeah, I told you. Styles, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Brushtail Brigade, and congratulations on being our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. Oh, I like this song. I like this song so much. It's the Game Corner song. Okay, so let's do the fur flourish on his other arm. Oh my god, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, hang on, I can fix this. Okay, there we go. I forgot that I had Firefox highlighted as like the active app on my computer. And so I have this little like scroll thing on my graphics tablet that allows me to zoom and unzoom. And I just cranked that puppy up, and then I'm looking at the sketch here, and I was like, why am I not zooming in? And then I look at my top screen, and the thing is blown up, zoomed in like 300% on my Firefox. I'm like, oh no. Okay, it's okay, people. We fixed it. I fixed it. Sadly, I need to go. It's late for me. What's your stream schedule? Oh yeah. So Styles. Stream schedule is usually 7:30 p.m. Pacific, usually after I get off of work, every Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So Mondays and Fridays are our art streams. Whoa, I'm more exhausted than I... Reverse that. Mondays and Fridays are our game streams, and then Thursdays are our art and chill nights. There we go. Boom. Yeah, 7:30 Pacific is our schedule. Usually our art streams go around like 3 hours ish, and then our game streams usually go between 4 to 5 hours. More so 5 hours on Friday. Monday I try to like nip it to midnight, which is 4 hours. But yeah, let's finish up this flourish, this like fur flourish, as I'm calling it, on the arm. Oh wait, where's my? But yeah, Styles, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the follow. You have a magnificent rest of your night, and hopefully you get some marvelous rest. Magnificent, marvelous, M's. Like I'm picking out adjectives that have M in it. Okay. Also, guys, can you guys see that when I do that? When like I hover over, do you see my background, like the Triforce and everything? Does that pick up on your guys' end too? Oh my god. I think I would be slightly mortified if anything like that ever were to like accidentally get captured on my stream. I don't want to say it would never happen, but I feel like it would be very difficult for that to happen. Because, like, of course, as an artist practicing, there are some pieces within my collection that are on the NSFW side. I will not deny that. But I usually keep those pieces, like, segmented off on the computer. So, like, I would be actually relatively shocked if that were to ever happen on stream, because I feel like I've organized those pieces in such a way where it would be kind of like I'd have to be kind of like trying to like mess up, be like tee-hee, oopsie, and whatnot. But yeah, I could not ever foresee myself doing that. Like, I don't know. That would just be weird for me. Like, nah. Especially considering, like, I really enjoy it's so funny because I've had talks with other streamers in the past about like hey Sen, you know, I hope you're not like purposely forcing yourself to be family friendly. Like, just know that you can put the 18 plus tag on and you can be like a more mature streamer. And I'm like, yes, but like I'm very, I don't know. I guess this is why I'm like a weird furry. I am very content and very pleased at like the fact that I'm a family friendly streamer, because I don't know, it just feels like a lot of furry streamers, they tend to like go and be like, oh haha, we're gonna skirt the line a little bit here on like what is acceptable on Twitch and what's not acceptable, and we're gonna throw on like you know, like a little skimpy little like VTuber jock strap, and we're gonna like have all this suggestive wear on, and we're gonna talk about suggestive things. I mean, and I don't blame them. I definitely don't blame them, but it's like, I don't know, man. For me, I always try to be a little bit different from everybody else. And so I'm like, well, if every single furry on this planet seems to like... Actually, I take that back. I take it back. Not every single. But there is I'm going to say a very large contingent of furry streamers that tend to like dabble in that more mature, almost near NSFW kind of content thing. And for me, like that's definitely not what I want this channel to be about. Like, I have a very clear and concise vision of like what I want this channel to be, what I want this channel to invoke, in terms of like a mental image. And the best way I can describe it is like a fusion between couch co-op and a trip to Disneyland. That's kind of like the vibe that I'm going for this channel. And like, if you guys have ever been to Disneyland or been to an amusement park, like the vibe there, like it would be almost, if not entirely inappropriate, to be like talking about sexual things at Disneyland. And so if it would be strange at Disneyland, it will be strange here. because my goal, one of the pillars on this channel is to kind of either unlock or reintroduce you to kind of like your inner child, to bring back that sense of wonder that you had as a child that you no longer really have as an adult. And so that's kind of one of the guiding mantras here on the channel, on the type of entertainment I bring to the table, is to invoke a sense of curiosity, a sense of wonder, a sense of magic. Basically want to be seen as a cinnamon roll, because you are a cinnamon roll. Grey Wolf, hi, how are you doing? They're furries, and oh, it's a furry. Yeah, exactly. I prefer the middle range where it's a bit like sus adult humor but not explicit. Yeah, and I feel like that's tactful. Our nice and comfy vibe too. I love what you do with your streams, not gonna lie. I got excited that you were on and I could rate it. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, Kairos, I'm so excited that you were excited, because like there are certain compliments, like intentional or unintentional, that you can give me that makes me like over the moon. And like being excited to be here is one of those compliments. And then the other one that's like really up there is also when you guys tell me that you fell asleep. I love it when you guys are like, oh my god, I fell asleep in your stream. How long have I been out? And dude, that, you guys have no idea. Those two compliments, you have no idea how much like over the moon I get with those. And I know maybe that second one might sound weird to you guys, because it's like, oh, well, like, why did he fall asleep in your stream? Like, isn't that a bad thing? And yeah, if you have a certain perspective about it, but for me, the way I take it is that this person became so relaxed while listening to the stream and watching the stream that they accidentally fell asleep. Like, the fact that I can provide that level of mental relaxation for you, that you fall asleep in here, like, that's it. Like, that's exactly what I hope to bring to you guys. Fun, relaxation, playfulness, curiosity, intrigue. Like, these are the adjectives I would define as the staple of what I try to bring with into this channel. So like I absolutely adore when you guys wind up falling asleep and then you guys tell me about it, like, oh my god, oh shoot, instead I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I'm like, first off, don't say sorry, and second off, thank you for the great compliments. But yeah, in that regards, I feel like I'm like super weird. I feel like a lot of streamers would like take that as like a bad thing, like, oh god, I'm so boring that I put this person to sleep. But for me, it's 110% the opposite. Where it's like, I look at it as like one of the greatest compliments I can get, because it means that I am doing exactly what I hope to do, and that is to, you know, allow you guys to leave the stresses of your life at the door for a little while, so that your brain can kind of recuperate and be like, cool, you know, I'm just gonna leave, you know, tomorrow's problems for tomorrow. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna be having a lot of fun with different adventures and stuff like that. So that's why it's a compliment for me. I like this song. So let's erase this. Let's see. I'm actually gonna try to like cheat my way a little bit here. So here's a little send tip and trick for any of my aspiring artists out there. If there is something that you're not sure how to draw exactly right, cheese it. Simple as that. Cheese it. I'm not entirely familiar with how to connect an arm at this angle. So look at what I did. I cheesed it. I'm like blocking it out with tufted fur. Flair, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Never be afraid to cheese something. And the studio that gave me that idea is actually Pixar. So if anybody here knows the history of Pixar animation studios, they wanted to make, when Pixar first formed, they were absolutely smitten by the concept and the idea of 3D modeled 3D animation using 3D models, 3D rigs and stuff like that. And this is by the way, like at the start of the 2000s when this happened, or maybe even a little bit prior, like late 1990s. And so Pixar wanted, and they were determined to make a film, like a featured film in movie theaters using this new 3D modeling, 3D animation technology. And so as they began working, they were creating a story that followed the story of a child and a group of children playing with toys. Well, what Pixar Animation Studio quickly realized is that, or was that, the technology had not advanced enough to make human 3D models that didn't look very Uncanny Valley. So all of their characters were becoming very bizarre looking and very Uncanny Valley. So they pivoted. They were like, okay, well, we can't make these human characters look good. So what can we do? Like, we have this technology, we want to make a feature film, but we also don't want our characters to look uncanny. So what did they do? They asked the question, what can I do? Like, what do I know that I can do? And what they knew was that they could make characters look very plasticky. And that was kind of like where the technology was at the time. So they pivoted and redid the story, and we know that story as Toy Story. So instead of focusing on human children, they instead focused on the toys. And we all fell in love with it because all of them looked very plasticky, because that's what toys are. They, like, a lot of toys are they're made of plastic. So for the audience, it didn't faze them, because it's like, oh yeah, they're made of plastic, they're made of like cloth and stuff like that. So I always hold on to that story, is like, well, what can I do? Like, I can do this, right? Like, I'm comfortable doing this. Well, quote unquote comfortable. So what do I struggle with? Well, I struggle with hands a lot. So, alright, well, if I struggle with hands, and if I can make the piece look this good, I don't want the piece getting marred because I can't draw a hand good. So what can I do to kind of hide the hands? So, like, the audience doesn't really know that, you know, like, oh, you know, he didn't... Like, you don't bring attention to it. Let me see if I can give you an example here. I have a really good example here somewhere. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay, here we go. This one, the Arcanine I drew, right? So this is a perfect example because I use the very same mantra that I just shared with you about Pixar Animation Studio and the question they asked themselves, what can we do? I did the same thing for this piece. So when you look at this Arcanine piece, you're like, this is a darn good Arcanine piece. But notice what I did. Where are his hands? His hands are behind his back. Well, more so on his Bootius Maximus. But initially, that's not what you noticed. You're like, dang. Look at this Arcanine. Like, look at that tail. This is a pretty good Arcanine. What you didn't notice is that his hands aren't actually in the piece. And that was purposeful. Because I didn't want, at the time that I did this, it was such a good drawing, I didn't want it marred by what I was struggling with. So it was like, what can I do to avoid this problem that I currently have? I was like, let's put the hands behind the back, and the audience will be none the wiser. So, bam. So this is a perfect example of that. So getting back to this piece, let me actually go back to the piece I was. Here we go. This is the one I've been referencing for the abs. This is like one of my best ab pieces that I've ever done. Okay, so getting back to here. So I don't know how to connect the elbow into this arm correctly from this angle. This angle is very weird to me, and I'm like, I'm not familiar with it. So what do? Let's hide it with the flourish, the fur flourish that's on both sides of the arms, and the audience will be none the wiser. Arson, hi, how are you doing? CJ, hi. Hope everyone is well. I am doing phenomenally, Flair. How are you doing? I've seen other streamers who go for that kind of vibe on purpose. Like literal white noise background suitable streamer. Yeah. Yeah, Grey Wolf Team Star, dude. I love their sound, their theme song. There we go. Wow. The true Sen strat, hide the hands behind the cake. Exactly. So, let's see here. I kind of want to do... Okay. So, first off, let's move... Whoops, I'm doing it and I did it again. Ooh! Cancel. Cancel. First off, let me save. That was scary. What? I unmaximized it. Oops. Oh, I don't like that tangent. That tangent, yeah, oh my god. You know what? Let's just redo the. That's another thing to keep in mind, you guys. Is something that's known as a tangent. What a tangent is like, let's say, what's a good example I can give on a tangent? Coda, welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Thank you for the follow. And congratulations, you are our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. Okay, so I'm trying to think of a good way to explain what a tangent is. So I'm just gonna draw a flat plane really quickly, and I'm gonna cut it in half. So let's say you have, I don't know, you have something coming in, right? What you want to kind of avoid is having the line up to another element like this, because when you have a line coming into another element that flushes into another line, it tends to flatten your image. So what you want to always want to try to do is avoid doing that. So if you can, like, scoot it over a little bit so that the two elements are not running into each other as one single line. So I was kind of doing that right here, where beforehand I had this tuft, right? And it was doing this, and see how this arm right here runs directly into this little tuft line, and that's creating a tangent. And you want to try to avoid stuff like that, if you can avoid it. That's why I changed the shape of the tuft here, so that now there's not a tangent. The arm comes into the fluff is at a different angle, there's nothing running into it, and we avoid the tangent altogether. So yeah, that's another, you know what, I don't like this piece. Way to go. Do something akin to that, maybe? Then something like that. What? Maybe we. Something about this arm that I not particularly liking. Maybe it's just this. There we go. Okay, there we go. We just needed to shake it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this is looking, oh, let me erase this example. Arson, you have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping by. L, if you're still here, I know we took a little bit of time on this piece here, and so I apologize for it taking this long, but I definitely wanted to give it the love it deserves. So that being said, I think what we'll do, L, is we'll give you the entire spotlight next Thursday. No apologies needed. Okay. Well, I still wanted to, because I should have started the stream letting you know that there's a possibility we'll get to it tonight. So I do feel a little bit bad because I was so sure of myself that we were going to be able to get to you tonight. But I was having way too much fun experimenting with this body type. Let me do this, back it up, boom. So we're almost done here. The only thing I want to do differently right now. Thanks for all the hydration, CJ. So, what are you drawing? Oh, Euler, welcome on in. Hi. So we are drawing a Dragon Lucario hybrid. The species is known as a leucagon, as far as I'm aware, and this is Jan. Jan usually hangs out at the first half of the stream, but then goes to bed and lurks for the remainder of it. So I'm pretty sure Jan is currently asleep. He's looking handsome. I love this. So I'm not used to drawing muscular men like this. As I was telling, who was I telling this to? Was it Wolf? Was it Grey Wolf? It might have been Grey Wolf I was mentioning this to. I could be wrong. I have a terrible memory. The body type and shape that I'm generally drawing when drawing full bodies is something like Panda here, where it's like more of a lean, sleek body type, rather than like a muscular one. But I will say this is probably my best muscular guy that I've ever drawn. Is that Pokemon related? It is, in the sense that it's Lucario. So Lucario is a Pokemon. This is Jan's interpretation. So his Sona is his interpretation of what would happen if a dragon and a Lucario were fused together and became like a dragon Lucario. So one of the things I want to do before we call this a wrap is I am very much not pleased with this right here. The tuft is fine. I think I'm going to floop it out a little bit, especially around this area. But compared to this arm looks like it has like some serious mass. This one at the moment looks like it's a little deflated as compared to the other one. So I want to put more volume in this little section here. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I think I'm going to work on this side. And I think I'm going to try to like flourish this out, kind of like what I have going on here. But over on this side, so I'm gonna zoom in here, and we're gonna get to work, like trying to make it, you know, this flourish a little bit. Then I think what we'll do here is okay, I'm gonna try something here. I'm kind of liking how this is going behind the torso. Is it the would you consider this the torso still? I guess so, like lower torso, nearing the pelvic area. I think what I want to try doing is maybe even just getting rid of that entirely. Let me see how that feels. So it's not bad, but now there's like a lopsidedness. This part of the arm is much thicker than this one now. This feels the same now in terms of mass and volume, but these are different. So I think what I'm gonna do here is, let's see if I can, yeah, that's the select. I think what I'm gonna do here is let's see about adding just a little wee line over here. Let's just see how that feels. So that does not feel great. So I'm thinking my other option here is to then let's work on this. Like we can try moving this in a little bit so that the arm mass matches optically with the other arm. Let me move this back. Instead of grabbing the tuft down there, let's actually just grab this part. We're just gonna mess with it. Okay, let me see, let me see. So I feel like that is maybe more appropriate. We could probably, let me see, let's just do a little testing here. Let's move it in even more. Let me back this out. Yeah, that's too noticeable. Hang on. There's got. This is my lack of knowledge coming through again. So there's something. That actually might work. However, it's we might have to just change that little tops right there, because so perfect example right now. This is a perfect example of an unintentional tangent. See how the point of this tuft hits directly on this line. That's also a tangent. So we don't want that, but I kind of like maybe hang on. It felt very close to what I am looking for. That feels correct. That definitely feels a lot more correct. But let's do this here. Clean some of this up. Let's clean some of this up here. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. What's wrong with making it bigger? So let's do that. Let's do that. So let's do this, because this is getting so lost in the weeds. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here like this. So it avoids that tangent altogether. So also gonna clean that up just it feels like it's more in line. Okay. Then let's do some. Let me do. Yeah, something along those lines. Okay, I think I am pretty satisfied with this piece. I don't think I want to mess with it anymore. So let's just do a little bit of cleanup. January, huh? Yeah, this is for last month's raffle. Since I have not yet done the January raffle, so this is for January.
Let's get a good stretch.
Let's get a good stretch. Okay, let me clean this up and then I'll do the good stretch. CJ, just remind me. So let's do this. Actually, get rid of some of this here. Some of this. Clean some of this up. Clean this up. Oops. Clean this up. This up. This up. Not gonna get everything clean because obviously it's a sketch. But I'm gonna at least get it in a more presentable state here. This is the legendaries from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum is still one of my favorite Pokemons of all time. And it makes me cry uncontrollably with what they wound up doing with the remakes Underground and how you can't make a base anymore. It's just well, you can, but like you can't furnish it. It's just like, oh, here's some random Pokemon statues. I cry because the furnishing your own secret base was the thing to do as a kid with OG. This. Okay, come on. There we go. That was almost a tangent. Perfect. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Make it like fur a little bit. Maybe add a little bit of design here. No, I know that it's supposed to have like a bunch of fur here. Okay. Wait a minute. Something along those lines, I think will go a long way. Cool. Yeah. Perfect. This thing is looking phenomenal. Too bad Jan wasn't awake to see this live. Twitch.television. For those old enough to remember Justin TV. Text. A little bit more touch up here and there. I want to get rid of some of these specs. Yeah, look at this guy. I'm actually really proud of this. Yeah. Actually, let's zoom in here. All right. Whoa, bang. Watching Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was so funny. I loved everyone's stupid faces. Yeah. I mean, that didn't bug me as much. Like, yeah, they were stupid, and I get why anybody would be annoyed by that. But for me, it really was the underground that was my biggest complaint with it. There's my SIG. SIG right in there. And we call this sketch Dunyan Rings. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this came out, dude. This came out so good. Like, I feel like this is like scintilla buff goodness. So before we start wrapping it up here, let me actually export as PNG. Oh, look at that. That was Project Loaf spoilers. Nobody saw that. Project Loaf. Like super Project Loaf spoilers that should not be viewed at the present moment. Let's see here. Where's our furry stuff? Okay. And where's body pencil sketch? All right. My immersion is ruined now. I'm worse with characters than with Pokemon at this point. Wasn't Fantina? Dude, I read that as Fanta. I'm like, who's Fanta outside the soda? Fantina, the Ghost Gym Leader in Gen 4. Fantina is Ghost type, yes. He's trying to trick you. Project Love doesn't exist. Oh, the stretchy, thank you. Yes. Let me get the stretchy going. And we're gonna start closing down shop. So there's two things I need to do. Actually, three things I need to do before we close down shop. Even though I saved the Jan's piece out, I still need to deliver it in a care package. So I want to do that before we end stream, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. And like 3 weeks from now, John's going to be like, hey, did you ever finish my piece? I'm like, oh my God, I meant to send that to you like 3 weeks ago. Oh no. Which is what happens very commonly when it comes to stuff like this. And then we need to do, what else? What else? Oh, I need to take my medication. Don't do that now. I will also forget, because I will shut off stream and then immediately crawl into bed. And then tomorrow I'll remember that I was supposed to take medication and I didn't do it. And then, oh, and then we also need to pull from the hat. See who won the raffle. Oh my God, this is Thunderwave Cave. Or right? Thunderwave Cave from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Dude, Panda, I am so excited to play Mystery Dungeon and have you experience Mystery Dungeon. And I also want to see, I want to do an experiment to see if I start crying at the end. I really like Mystery Dungeon, and I just remember the first one like hitting me in the feels so much as a kid. And I don't think I cried, but dude, okay, anybody here know Lunar Buho? Lunar is a purple pink dinosaur, and he recently, well, maybe not recently, but like 6 to 7 months ago, he played one of the, I think it was like the last installment of Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I was there for the stream, and he was voice acting it. And dude, he got to the end and he started bawling his eyeballs out, and I couldn't help but begin to bawl my eyes out too, because the ending of that story was just so hecking sad. And Lunar's reaction and the way he was like talking during the scenes, like, just made it flipping so much more impactful to me, and I was sobbing my eyeballs out. Said, I love you, but it's you. You'll probably will cry. Yeah, I probably will. I'm very much a crier. Okay, hang on. Before I sit back down, let me actually open up my medication and little pill, and let me mute, because like if idiotic me decides to not swallow this stupid pill correctly, then you'll hear me gagging, and that's probably not something you guys want to be hearing. So I'm gonna mute myself, I'm gonna take this stupid pill, and I'll be right back. Oh, okay. It's down the hatch. Not a time goes by that I hate the feeling swallowing pills. I do it. I can do it successfully. 89% success rate every time I do it. But it's still awful. Hate it. It saves with your shoulder as a pillow. For that next situation, I know, right? Okay. So with that taken care of, the only thing. Oh wait, no. There's two more things. Let's get Jan a care package. They are already forgetting. Oh, and I haven't even. Oh my god. Haven't even. Okay, tomorrow morning I'm gonna have to remember to post this week's YouTube thumbnail stars from last week's streams. I didn't post on Tuesday, so every Tuesday is when I'm supposed to, like, when like Haywire has scheduled for me posting the YouTube thumbnail stars on our social media to see who won. But so here's the funny thing. So I was very busy over the Valentine's Day weekend last weekend. Completely forgot to post our Friday thumbnails for you guys to vote on. And it was Monday night when I remembered and posted. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna like post Monday night and then determine a winner like 12 hours later, Tuesday morning, and give you guys no time to vote on last Friday's stream. So I was like, okay, I'll do it either Wednesday or Thursday. And I was like, you know what, I'll do it Thursday. And then of course it's Thursday now. Totally forgot. And so I'll do it tomorrow. I think most of the thumbnails for tonight are gonna be very similar. Yeah, probably. But you know what, that's totally fine. Where is Jan? Okay. There we go. Jan, half body. Let me wrap this up into a zip file. Even though it's one file, I mentioned this before. Even though it's one, if it's one file, I still put it into a zip file because like Discord and Telegram have this nasty nasty habit of compressing the image, and when you look at it like really close in, there's a lot of dithering to it, which is like an anti-aliasing fractal whatevers around the drawing, and I really can't stomach it, because I'm like, I want to give the full thing. So Jan, I need to find a conversation. Jan, you're on. So let me. Oh, and while I do this, you guys, last chance on the raffle! ! Raffle in the chat to get your name into the hat. We will be drawing after I send this over to Jan. Package incoming. Gervard, hi! Raffle in the chat. This is your last chance to get in. Zelda, I just saw your DM. Oh my god. That would have been awful. Especially in like a tornadic storm. Funky Joe, hi, how are you doing? Yes, so raffle, get your name get your name in. We're gonna draw here in just a moment. Un momento. Dude, I still need so this is a future plan. My goal and intention in the future is to have like confetti come up, and then your profile picture like dead center whenever you win a raffle. You're like, winner, and then it's like all that fun jazz. But that's future. For now, let's actually draw a name. So here we go. We're gonna draw a name in 3, 2, 1. I almost had 4 on there. Okay, drawing. Ken, you won! Congratulations! Do you want to reset the giveaway? Yes. Giveaway list has been reset. Thank you, Haywire. Congratulations, Ken. Let me actually just double check that it went through, because last time it didn't go through properly, or it had errors. So I believe it's under RQ. Yeah, Ken is up there. Perfect. Excellent. Congratulations, Ken! What do I win? You are gonna win, or you won a half-body street sketch. So, picture this with a little bit of stylized color to it, like stylized spray paint color with your Sona's colors on it. So Ken, over this weekend, keep your eye out in the Discord server. Sometime this weekend, I'm gonna say Saturday, Sunday at the latest. Hopefully it's not any later than Sunday, because if it's beyond Sunday, then that means I completely forgot. But in the Send Art Queue section of the Discord server, there will be a notification for you when when Haywire posts. She will ask you for a set number of questions about what I need in order for me to work on your piece. So that should be going live sometime this weekend. There's no rush to you, Ken, but at your earliest convenience, when you see Haywire's message adding you, it'll be an at. So like you'll see the Discord server, there'll be like a red notification for you. You just find that she will have added you and ask you like some basic questions like, what's your persona name, like who are we drawing, do you have a reference, stuff like that. So that is what you have won. Congratulations, by the way. And yeah, so we will be working on that. Ken, realistically, I'm thinking 2 Art and Chills from now is when we will get to your piece. Because next week Elle, it's all you. We're gonna get your character going and started. And I'm gonna make sure I take extra care because I'm excited. This is the first time we'll see Elle's depiction of his character. Alright, you guys, with that being said, we went 4 hours. I meant to only go 3 hours, but you know what? It was fine. I had fun. So we are gonna go and raid over to, I wonder if Scintilla's still going. Oh yeah, Scintilla's still going. Oh, ad. I was like, wait, why isn't it loading? Flipping ad is loading, that's why. Wait for the ads, wait for the ads. I like how every now and then I'll get an ad for Twitch Turbo. Dude, I still think ads should be like the little like ticker notifications on the bottom of the screen. It shouldn't like take up the whole. The ad shouldn't take up the whole screen. It should be like near silent ads at the bottom of the screen, just like it pops up and then pops down. Wow, Scintilla got a new dragon. Oh, well, I won't spoil the surprise. But wow, that looks really good. He's got a new model. All right, so we're gonna go over and say hi to our friend Scintilla. Thank you guys for being here. Let's set up the raid. Oh, the raid target URL. Thank you, Haywire. Okay, so we're gonna use our send notes, which is number 4. Okay, send notes. All right. We drew a very buff Durgan. A Durgan. Oh, you know what? A Lucario Durgan. Okay, that'll be our raid message for the evening. We drew a very buff Lucario Durgan. That'll be our massage tonight. Feel free to use the second one if you don't have any of our emotes, by the way. Or feel free to use whatever emotes you wish. And then I will catch you guys tomorrow for more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Tomorrow we might go back to the jungle. So I really, like, that's been on my mind. I wanted to do the bonus stream last weekend, but there was so many plans that happened over last weekend because of Valentine's Day that I couldn't get to the bonus stream. So I'm thinking about, depending on how I feel, we're either gonna stick with Cosmo Canyon, which I think that's maybe what we'll do. We'll try to get to the village of Cosmo Canyon because I know a lot of us were like anticipating getting to Cosmo Canyon, and then once we've like done the story element there, maybe we then go back and try to explore the jungle. A Durgario? You know what? I wonder, because I do like that name. I feel like Durgario flows a little bit better than Lucagon. But both are very very applicable. Fine, about to make a video about the Discord thing. Oh, good luck, Funky Joe. Good luck. S tier story at Cosmo Canyon. All right. Then that settles it. We're gonna go to Cosmo Canyon. We're gonna see this S tier story tomorrow. So don't miss it. You're gonna, like, if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, I'm gonna be experiencing it for the first time, even though I played the OG, but that was many years ago. So until then, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. A fantastic Pizza Friday tomorrow. We're almost to the weekend. Until then, catch you guys later. I'm going to bed. Take care. Love you guys. Thank you for being here.